works at Wells Fargo Advisors as Vice President, Investment Officer, and Senior Financial Advisor. While he is known for his expertise in finance and investments, he is also passionate about making a difference in the lives of others, serving the community, and making the world a better place. Welcome, Satya.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here, Maggie.
Yeah, my pleasure. I mean, changing the world or making the world a better place sounds good. So no small task, but we'll do what we can today, talking to you. So you and I actually met, Satya, through your volunteer work with the Heartfulness Institute. And I was impressed to learn that you've been meditating yourself for over 30 years and you're a certified meditation trainer. So what drew you to start meditating?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that introduction as well. Well, I started meditating when I was a teenager, like 1920. And I had a really crazy life. I was all over the place. And, like the way life throws stuff at you randomly. And, you have heartbreaks, you have disappointments, you have aspirations, you want to do stuff. Amid all that chaos, I had this feeling that there's more to life and there's something that I'm missing. It can't be that, black and white. There's something that I'm missing. And there's got to be something more, and I was always looking for tools to bring all of this chaos together so that I can better manage myself, because I always felt that I have a lot of potential and I feel that everybody has potential. And most of the time we are struggling with trying to get to that. The first order of dealing with things is the chaos in our life, there's all the stuff that's happening, bringing it all together and then mastering it or kind of getting on top of it enough so that it allows you to create space. So then you can ask that question that what is it that I really want? What do I really want to be? Is this what really matters to me? What really matters to me? So all these questions you would never ask if you're too busy, like, you're too busy in the maze of life, just trying to cope, right? Like
yes.
hamster.
Hamster in the wheel, right?
No time. So when you create that space, that's when you get a breathing room and then you are able to ask those questions. And why is it important to ask those questions? Because that gives meaning to our lives. And then when you pursue something that really matters to you, you get fulfillment from it, right? I can be really good at playing guitar, for example, and I could do rock shows. By the way, I was in a band when I was younger.
Cool. We're learning all about you today, right?
Yeah, I had a band life, like crazy drumming, jamming way till 3 and 4 in the morning. And
really? Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I may be really good at guitaring or maybe good at drumming, and I may pursue that, and the world may reward me with more gigs and more opportunities and more fame and recognition. But that may not be what I really want. So I will get to that pinnacle of achievement and performance, and I'll still feel empty, or I'll feel something still missing. I won't really feel happy, and I'll keep looking for that. So that's why.
Where have we seen that before, huh? No, and I think we've all felt some of that, right? You end up winning a race that you're like, I don't even care about this prize, right? Like it's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So meditation helps you reconnect and get that space so you can really ask those deeper questions. And you started at 19.
Correct. Really young. I at the time when I started, I never thought of it this way, but it's a process. As you start meditating, you learn, you become more aware, and then you learn again from your learnings. And then as you start working with people, you learn the most, I would say. When you start beauty is when you start working with people and helping them and serving them, you realize how much of more sameness we have than differentness. So we are really more of the same, no matter which part of the globe. And Heartfulness is across 160 countries. So you get to interact with people from different parts of the world. The ambitions are same, the hurts are same, the disappointments are same, the expectations are the same, so we're very similar at the bottom of it all, interestingly, right? Though we may articulate ourselves differently.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, same wants and needs. So tell us about the Heartfulness Institute and what its mission is. I was very interested to learn about this organization when we connected. So tell everybody else what it's about.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's a global nonprofit. It operates out of about 165 countries across the world. It's entirely run by volunteers. None of those people are paid. I'm a volunteer trainer. I don't get paid. We have retreat centers, we have meditation centers, community centers. We don't charge. There are some parts, I think we've been able to do that in India, where we've got hospitals and educational facilities where we don't charge. We teach, meditation is its forte. It's the main teaching. But apart from that, we are engaged with community, like how to how to grow, planting of trees, for example, right?
Hmm.
And we provide the research and resources to them. We also
Wow.
encourage research and in trying to make the earth a green place, better rejuvenation of the earth, resources, renewable resources. So we're doing research in all of that stuff. It's a very wide,
Yeah,
Heartfulness,
very
very
big
wide,
scope.
wide scope, but its
Mm-hmm.
main forte is to train people in meditation and equip them with tools to lead better lives, to maximize their potential, right? And just imagine if 7 billion people start meditating, and we are all compassionate, we are all loving and more tolerant, more, let's say, more compassionate, more tolerant, more loving, more understanding, more willing to look at others from their point of view, more objective, the world would be a more peaceful place. There'll be less tension. Today life is tough. People don't trust each other. There is so much of, polarization. We are all divided in so many ways, and it doesn't take much to spark that division, you see. So, and then the more we start realizing what we really want, there's a more chance for fulfillment, and the more fulfilled we feel, the happier we will be. So, Heartfulness Institute's main goal is to equip people with tools and strategies for wellness, to be better people and be more complete human beings, I would say.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I was excited to learn about it. And you kind of put your own spin on it in a blend, unique to you and your experience. You say that you draw on your meditation, your work, your life experiences, and you teach meditation, inspire, and coach people on their personal growth and transformation journeys. That's something obviously we share in common. What benefits have you seen from teaching meditation, both to yourself and to others?
All right. So, in terms of myself, I think it opens your mind up. You learn things about the way people operate and the way people engage with life, and there are so many lessons for yourself that come out of it. I think the biggest thing is that it humbles you. When you work with people, you really get humbled. You're like, you're a speck. Because, I began with thinking oh my God, life sucks. This is so tough. Why me? All that stuff. And as I started working with people, I realized that, hey, this is nothing unique. And I met people who were dealing with far more, challenges that were far more significant in their life. It's far more significant outcomes. And I was like, really, I have no excuse not to smile. That was one of my learnings, that, hey, you know what? Every day, let me enjoy every day completely, fully, because look at what others are dealing with, and they're still able to smile. I have absolutely no excuse, so that is one.
That's a really good lesson to learn, right? That's a
That-
wonderful perspective.
yes.
How
And
about
for
others? What have you seen in them? Have you seen transformation on their, you said transformative journeys. I'd love to hear about some of the transformations.
Yes. So what meditation is like watering a seed in a pot. You take a pot, you put a seed, and then you just keep watering it, nourishing it with sunlight, air, and water. It's the same process over and over again, and that creates transformation from a seed into a sapling, into a little twig, into a little, plant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're patient enough, it grows into 1,000 feet oak tree, right? So
Mm-hmm.
enormous outcomes, very simplicity, simple inputs, consistency. That's what meditation is. So what outcomes I've seen with people is, as they begin meditating, first they come into this meditation with chaos, right? With all kind of chaos happening, stress, anxiety,
Overwhelm. Yeah.
overwhelm.
Mm-hmm.
And as they start sitting down, at first it's tough to sit down to meditate, but once they start creating that space, they learn the art of meditation is to create space. That's what we're trying to do. So, and it teaches you to be patient and waiting and patient with yourself. So as they start creating space, they start feeling empowered, because when you create space, you start feeling choice. So if someone's coming at me, and if I'm really a reactive person, I'm going to react the way I would always react. So if I'm an aggressive person, I'll react aggressive. And guess what happens to the conflict? It just escalates from there. If that person is aggressive, boom, 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 it gets crazier, right?
Right.
So, but if I'm able to create space and I am able to see, okay, what's happening? What's the best course of action? What should I do that'll improve the situation? Because why improve it? Because it improves my experience too. So what should I do? And so now you're coming from a place of choice. You're empowered. You feel a sense of control. You feel independence. As you develop this muscle of creating space and choice, you start feeling that you can shape your own destiny. Because now the world is a blank canvas, and you can paint what you want on it.
Yeah, you're not beholden to old patterns or the
Exactly.
old stories, right? And actually, as much chaos as there is, it seems that I think it's always a good time to let go of the old stories, but it seems like it's a big deal now. Are you finding that as well? Are you finding it's a big deal for people? They really want to move on from some of these old stories that maybe no longer serve them?
Absolutely, you're right. And as a coach, you'd probably understand this, that transformation or change requires action, right?
It helps, yeah.
But how do you get to their action if you are all up in it in your mind and you're preoccupied?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yes, and I've seen that. And the other thing is this whole digital world comes at us. Earlier, 20 years
Constantly,
back,
unless you turn it off.
exactly.
Like we did before this interview, right? We're like, oh, let's make sure we shut off the technology that wants to come in and talk to us.
Correct. But the funny thing is, even if you turn it off, like you put yourself on silent, Apple allows you to send notifications still.
Yeah, that's true. It says, do you really want to send this?
Yeah,
Right.
so it's like knock, 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 knock. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt it, but I'm like, yeah, that's a big deal. So what do you suggest or what do you see, with the technology, that's another layer to it now? Does it make this even more important?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. Because technology tends to make us, so a lot of people deal with this challenge where their sense of self-worth doesn't come from within. It comes from the likes on your Facebook or on your Twitter, or the number of followers,
Mm,
or what people say, or what are people commenting on my threads. So a lot of our sense of self-worth comes from external technology and platforms and people. Meditation, what it does is it creates that space. You start feeling empowered. You start making choices, and your sense of self starts coming from you. So then what happens is you are able to look at everything at face value. So if I'm, for example, walking down the street and someone yells at me a disparaging comment, right? I will look at the person and think, oh, that's his point of view. That doesn't make me bad. It doesn't make me any lesser. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't upset me. I go along with my day unaffected. If I have an interview after that, I go in that interview with my
just
full
as confident, right? Yeah, just as
yeah,
present. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. So
not thrown off. Mm-hmm.
exactly. And then eventually through meditation, you start forming your own weather, in a sense, your internal weather, your internal
Mm-hmm.
climate. You decide how you feel, how you're going to feel about it. So everything starts becoming an input and a choice on how you want to handle it. So it kind of helps you navigate life, right? Because life is unpredictable, uncertain. You can never count on anything. I'm talking to you today. Tomorrow you might call my cell phone and find, oh, he's gone. No one can say how long you are out here, right?
Well, let's hope that's not the case, but I understand what you're
Yeah. So I agree.
saying.
Yeah, yeah. But my point is, life is not
We don't
certain.
know. Your point is, yeah, we don't know. There's no guarantee, right?
So make the
Yeah,
most of it. Make the
right.
most of every moment. Live it completely. It's such an opportunity. Life is such an opportunity and a gift, right?
Mm.
And most of us, we are so. I did it myself too. Walking through, there was a time I used to walk through a garden with lots of flowers and roses, and I would be on my phone like, man, why going on? And I would pass that to go and catch a bus. And the thing
Right.
is, one fine day I was like, this thing was not working. And I was like, I miss this all for so many days.
Mm.
Right. And that was the
Mm.
time when I was moving my home. So I knew I'm not
Mm.
going to have that in
Right.
experience.
Yeah, you're not gonna have that walk anymore. So you literally stopped to smell the roses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Still good advice, right?
Yes, absolutely. And this is something we do always. We are always
Mm.
living either in the past, that why didn't I do that? My God, that opportunity I missed. If I
Mm.
had spoken to her, if I hadn't spoken to her,
No, right. Beating ourselves up for what we did or didn't do.
in the past, or we are living in the future. Like, okay, what's going to happen? Oh my God, I don't know. Will I get that job? Will I get that
Yeah.
loan?
Yeah.
What will happen? What if she says yes to me? What if she says no to me?
Right. What if I get that opportunity? What if I don't get that opportunity? Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are
That's
always
not a good place to live, right? The
past or
opposite.
future, but not in the present. And meditation brings you right there in the present. Like I'm talking to you right now, but I have a gazillion things going on that have gone wrong in the morning, right? But from my face you can't tell. But I've had things that have gone wrong, and that's a few of them have severe outcomes. But by worrying about it when I'm talking to you, what can I do? Nothing.
Well, I appreciate you making the time. I didn't realize
Yeah.
I know you had passion for this, so now I really see the priority. No, oh, that's wonderful advice. And I don't know if you're prepared for this because I didn't ask it in advance or give you kind of a heads up, but I would love to, if you could give us just a little tidbit of something people could do if they want to try it. Like, what would you recommend if people just wanted to give meditation a try? I know you do a much broader training program. I'm sure it's much more involved. Is there
Yes.
even one small thing people could do to maybe create this space?
Yes. So in the resources, I've given a link for an app. It's a free app. It's a Heartfulness app. Just download it. If you search it on your Android, iOS, you'll find it. Download it, and there are free sessions. Try a relaxation session. That'll be really cool because it kind of really helps you unwind and just take all your anxiety and stress away. Try a
Sounds
shorter,
great.
yeah, and choose a 5-minute meditation exercise on that. That will
What kind?
a 5 minute. It'll allow you to choose. It'll allow you to choose how long you want to meditate. So choose
Oh,
a
okay. A
time.
shorter one. Start
Yeah,
shorter.
start shorter. Start with what you can. When
Mm-hmm.
initially I found it very difficult to sit to meditate. So what I used to do is I used to put the coffee to heat in the microwave 2 minutes. Like I would just put it in to heat it, and I would till the ting of the microwave
Oh,
happened.
really? You meditate.
Yeah, that kind of helped me because I have a hyperactive mind, and
Mm.
for me to settle down would was tough. But yeah, if they take that app, download that app, and in the resources I've sent you, there are a lot of links they can
Okay, I'll
go
make sure to put them in the show notes. Okay.
or shoot me an email, right? If you shoot
Oh,
me an
okay.
email and tell me we have a daily 7 a.m. session for new people through Zoom. For
Oh,
the new
cool.
people who want to experience a meditation, we have I'll send you that link. I've not given it the resources, but you can add it. I'll send you the link for that.
Okay.
It's a 30-minute session. We keep it crisp because everybody's going to work after that. 7 to
Right.
7:30, we are done, and most of them are new, so it'll be a good way for people to kind of get kind of the experience of meditation.
Yeah, fantastic. So research related, last question,
Sure.
and you've kind of hit on some of it, but so research at the HeartMath Institute shows that adding heart to our daily activities and connections produces measurable benefits to our own and others' well-being. So what impact are you seeing at the Heartfulness Institute, and how can people get involved if they'd like to?
So impact we are seeing is we are seeing a wellness, a general feeling or sense of wellness and improved life experience. People report to us saying they are feeling an improved experience of life. And that itself is a huge plus, and a sense of wellness. Like people tell me that, I could never go to the gym, or I could never work out. Ever since I've started meditation, it's helped me learn how to create better habits. And as a result, he's going to the gym or he's going for a workout. So, that's an increased wellness. So it's not tangible. It's difficult to quantify this sense of wellness,
Mhm.
but that's the feedback that we get a lot. How can people participate? We have a lot of volunteer programs. People can join in, and we do research. We just write to us, write to me, and we'll get you engaged with it.
Awesome. Well,
And
Satya,
also,
thank you so much. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
so I just wanted to put one thing out there. Heartfulness is a non-profit. Nothing we do is for charge. We don't charge for any of our services. You could be, like I've been practicing and getting guidance and learning and going to sessions to retreat centers for the last 30 years. I have not spent a single cent for learning meditation. So
Right.
all our training workshops on meditation, wellness, like we do yoga sessions. We have Heartfulness Yoga in the center here in New Jersey. we have free yoga for the community. So children and grown-ups come and learn yoga, and it's free. So everything.
And people can find them where, if there's a retreat center near them, on the website.
Yep, you'll be able to find retreat center on websites. If you're
And is it heartfulnessinstitute.org?
Yeah, or heartfulness.org, or just Google it. Now usually
Yeah, it's true.
So just Google it.
Yes. Okay. And I'll put a link in the show notes too.
Sounds good. So I will send you the link for the 7 a.m.
Okay, great.
Free, which is again a free session, Zoom session.
And people can participate from anywhere because it's on Zoom.
From anywhere in the world. I have people from India and people from Japan.
You said 160 countries, right? For the
Yes.
Heartfulness Institute. Yeah.
That's
amazing. Right. Wow. Well, people want to connect with the world and feel a part of humanity. Sounds like that's a good place to start. Well,
Yes,
Satya, thank you for helping us today understand the power of meditation and how, as professionals, we can, like you said, blend the things together and just create better quality of life. It sounds really great, and I'm glad we connected. So thanks for your time today.
Thank you for having me. I love being here. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Keep smiling, right?